Hola, buenas tardes. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Shannon McCarley, and I'm a senior at Mount Holyoke College, majoring in Spanish and biological sciences. Following graduation, I plan to pursue a master's in public health. And throughout my college experience, the Spanish language and the Spanish department at Mount Holyoke has really become an integral part of how I identify myself and how I communicate with my surroundings. So today I want to share with you some of the transformative ways in which Spanish has shaped my life. So I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area in California, surrounded by a large Spanish-speaking community. So I've been listening to the language my entire life. And when it came time in high school to decide which foreign language I would study, Spanish was an obvious choice for me because I knew that it would open many doors of communication to me, not only in my home community, but nationally and internationally as well. And I've continued my study since then of the language through a gap year living in Costa Rica, my coursework at Mount Holyoke, interning in Lima, Peru, and a year studying abroad in Sevilla, Spain. When I first arrived in Costa Rica, I was nowhere near fluent in Spanish. And this led to a lot of discomfort when it came to communication, both due to a lack of words and also to cross-cultural differences. However, I found that this discomfort was an important lesson in communication across difference and being able to identify and connect to a shared human experience, no matter one's background. Fluency in Spanish has offered me many phenomenal opportunities to experience different countries and cultures, but perhaps the most meaningful has been my summer interning for Socios en Salud in Lima, Peru. Socios en Salud is the sister organization of Partners in Health and carries out investigatory research as well as community-based intervention projects, many of which focus on tuberculosis and HIV/AIDS. I was involved in a research intervention project that was investigating how to best support HIV-positive youth, especially those who were at high risk of abandoning treatment. This experience not only gave me valuable insight into my desired career in community-based healthcare at the global level, but also shifted my worldview on the effects of HIV infection at the personal, interpersonal, and community level. Through my ability to communicate and connect to the study participants, I was able to develop an important understanding of their lived experiences within a society that highly stigmatizes their condition. Without this intimate communication with these individuals through listening to their stories, I would not have been able to empathize with the situation in the way that I did, and the intervention that we developed would not have been as comprehensive. Studying abroad at the University of Sevilla, I not only had the opportunity to immerse myself in Spanish culture, but also to meet students from many different cultures and countries from all across Europe and Latin America. While we all had different native languages, we used Spanish as a common form of expression in order to communicate and connect with one another. When one is in an environment where shared communication occurs across difference, they truly learn the value of listening and being heard. It was also a time of great upheaval in Europe with Brexit, the mounting Syrian refugee crisis, and the terror attacks that were occurring around the globe. And through discussions of these events, I learned a lot about myself and about the diverse community that I was living in. One of the greatest challenges that I've encountered learning and using Spanish in different situations has been adapting to the different dialects. In each Spanish-speaking country where I have lived, the lexicon has had different words and expressions, and the cadence and rhythm of speaking has been unique. Returning to Mount Holyoke, I've been able to connect my professional work back to my academic work through the Spanish department. I have participated in 2 independent studies based on my experience in Peru, investigating the biopsychosocial factors of vertical HIV transmission and the success of XDR tuberculosis treatment in Lima. Additionally, in this a Spanish seminar investigating transgressive women in early modern Spain, I was able to connect the stigmatization of prostitutes for the transmission of venereal diseases such as syphilis in the post-encounter Spanish Empire to the blame placed on HIV-positive women who give birth to HIV-positive infants today around the world. In closing, I plan to continue to use my Spanish language skills throughout my public health work, both at home and abroad. And I also hope to have future opportunities to live and travel abroad in Spanish-speaking countries. Thank you. Gracias.